If you guys didn't know, the Champions community lost a member this past week. Mustang from Wolfpack Elite passed. He left behind a wife and two children. If you want to send some prayers and kind thoughts their way, that would be great. There's also a GoFundMe that's been set up, which I will put a link to in the description of the video. And there's also a link to his obituary. I also wanted to read something that one of his faction mates said about him. Mustang was a kind man who always took time for others. Even when he was feeling horrible, he was willing to listen to others' pain. He always talked about his kids and how much he enjoyed spending his time with them, and how much he loved to go hunting. I will miss his stories of dodging deer in the great white north of Michigan. So, like I said, I will link the GoFundMe in the description as well as the obituary. And if you guys want to reach out to any of the members of Wolfpack Elite, since they lost one of their family members this past week. So thank you guys. Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you the Champions news live at 3. It's Monday, we got a lot going on in the game. I'm going to start with the calendar and then get into Portal review. So, of note on the calendar is the big one that I saw was keep going past it. Where'd it go? Superstar Trial right here. September 29th, listed at the Superstar Trial. So, don't know who that's going to be yet, but that is worth noting. It looks like we're getting a trial this week on Wednesday. And also, I see Flash Feuds here as well. So, it looks like a Flash Feud weekend. So, back-to-back feuds, with this one being a Flash Feud and a trial week. So, go ahead and start mentally preparing yourself for a weekend of Flash Feuds. Let's go to our Portal review now. Sensei Kreese, this man has no issues sweeping the leg, let me tell you. I know Sensei pretty well. He's on streams a lot. He's a really good guy. He's been playing for 918 days and he's never missed a login, so he's an Iron Man. 1.7 million roster, 244 roster size. 94.2% win total all time. That's very good. You can see his battles won in the last 30 days and his battles all time. My man has a 5-star gold HBK DX Army. He gets a really great boost at 5-star gold, so that's an excellent choice. Zombie Brian, I have at 5-star silver as well. I'm not lucky enough to have Doc in, so a little bit jelly there. I know he enjoys playing Warrior a lot. I actually really like this card. He's got some huge protect gems and he can also blow up the board. I'm sure Sensei is not disappointed in the gem buff to Showboats at 5-star gold. I wonder if he will be taking Warrior to 5-star gold. I'll have to ask him. And then he's got Icon Flare there, who is super good. Used her a bunch this last feud at 5-star silver myself. So he has 19 5-stars, 118 4s, 102 3s, only 6 2-stars. Probably a little bit harder for him to do talent ups now, but he's still got a few fodder, possibly. 53 showboats. Again, everyone seems to have the most showboats, so I'm assuming there's the most classes. Only 3 Hall of Famers. I would guess Piper and one of the Bellas, and who knows who the third one is, but that would be my guess. Whichever one the free one is. I can't remember which Bella it is. They use their twin magic on me all the time. Looks like he's got a pretty good spread of superstars here. Best feud rank, 483rd in the last 365 days. He's done 1,000 faction heals plus in the last 30 days. As I say, always way more than me. Last 30 days, 255 feud wins, 2,869 all time. Some of his top finishes, 60th in men's zombies, so my man must know what he's doing when it comes to zombies. Right on. Very cool. I love the Warrior. I'm just going to say that again. I love the Warrior. Okay, let's take a look at some offers. The Booker one is still there. We've talked about that before. There's this Mega Cash one, I believe, is just a repeat of one we've seen before. It's okay. I mean, everything other than the cash is bonus stuff. That's the normal price your cash would be, so that one's not bad. If you're really paranoid about your MLC points, you can buy 5,000 a day for $20. It says it refreshes every day. I am not a fan of this pricing, so personally, I would never buy this. If you do it because you really want Booker, I get it, but I would hold off until you know you're going to need it. Um, this cash one is okay. Some, again, normal pricing with some bonus stuff. Not amazing, but not terrible. There is some bonus stuff. And the reason we're going to talk about all the cash ones again is because there is a cash event going on that some people are probably going to want to chase a little bit. I'm not in a position to do so, having blown Tapjoy cash recently in no double events. 200 Booker shards and 12,500 cash. So if you're gonna whale hard on this cash event, obviously this isn't a bad one to get. Um, as usual, the coin galore in conjunction with like the Backstage Pass, which is on here. I already purchased it, so you won't see it. We'll talk about it in game. Backstage Pass has deals right away again this week, but you get that and maybe something like this, you're going to get a bunch of extra coin with the portal event that's always up. Don't forget to do your daily claim down here. And then we will go to the flash market and do our daily reroll, see if there's anything exciting. Nothing I need. And there is the double dip on the cash event. You can see I'm at $10 from my Backstage Pass. 4 million coin if you spend 25, and 6 million more if you get to 50. Very diminishing returns after that. So I'm a fan, big fan of this. Portal offers up to 50, then it drops off drastically for me. So if you can spend up to 50, that's pretty good, and get that double whammy there. I would say go for that. Beyond that, I would be try to buy as many as I could from the in-game and use Amazon coins and get them at $82 on $100 is how I would do it, and save myself 18 bucks every 100 I spend. But that's again up to you. That's just another way you can possibly save some more. So let's go over to the game. New tours, Callisto is the required guy. Or Priest. If you're like me and you don't have Priest, you can use Callisto. I actually have a 5-star fuse for mine. I'll go ahead and fuse him up. Actually, right now, why not? I don't think I'll need to for this, but I kind of low-key was super excited to get this. So, long story short, I got the 5-star from the key pulls. My first ever 5-star was free from a key pull. And I'm actually really glad it's Callisto because I never could manage to get his fuses from the free league silver league loot. So I'm probably, depending on what the 5-star move is, yeah, I think I'll be running him this way for his tours. I'll go more in depth on that tomorrow. There's a ton to cover today, so we'll go over that more tomorrow. But the Callisto tours today, there's Blitz going on. Hard mode, not too bad. Hell mode, significantly harder to meet the requirements. Hard mode, minimum required is 4, so you need 4. Callisto in the top row, he's a bonus guy if you don't have one of the others. Nice little boost here, and these are pretty wide open on everything here other than Callisto. So hard is good, decent line bonuses, and very good on the requirements, only needing 4. Hell mode is much more restrictive. You need 2 of these 3 because you need 4 to do hell mode. So you need 2 of 3. Keith Lee, Annie Eddie, or Damian Priest, 2 of those 3. So that's a much harder to get into. Don't necessarily expect to do hell with that. That's pretty stiff requirements, which the blitzes this month have been harder to fill, especially for hell mode, than they have typically in the past. So hopefully that's not a trend and it's easier next month. Of more concern to me is paywalling hard mode on the first week. That actually really bothers me. I don't feel like hard mode should ever be paywalled. So hopefully next month it won't require a 3-star to do hard mode of the MLC character, the free one. Or if it does, there'll be enough tokens to get him by the end. Because I don't believe hard mode Blitz should ever be paywalled in this game. You shouldn't have to pay money to contribute to your faction. So hopefully that gets fixed next month. We've had 2 months in a row like that. Not a fan of that. Let's see. Where else are we going here? There is the Backstage Pass. I want to talk about that. Let's do the Partridge event first, though. It's a big deal for people that are in this rare air here. Um, that'll be a big deal to you guys if you can compete for this top 10 spot. Partridges don't come around very often. Certainly not something that I can do. But the top 10 players all get a partridge. If you don't know what a partridge is, you can read it here. Your choice of a 5-star bronze superstar on this one, or 10,000 of each Hall of Fame token. So you can't choose any icons of WrestleMania, no Booker T, King Booker, and no Booker T Hall of Fame. Otherwise, any superstar that's ever been in the game, you get to choose with the partridge. So pretty amazing prize. It's been a while since we've had one. I would love to be able to get one. Not realistic at all for me. Beyond that, the top 50 do get R-Truth, which isn't nothing. That's a lot. But I do expect, because it's for R-Truth, there probably will be a lot of cash floating around being spent out there. This is one of those times when I'm really disappointed I don't have any Tapjoy cash left. Because I would, top 50 typically isn't too hard when I've stocked up on Tapjoy cash. So, gonna miss an R-Truth, but that's okay. It happens sometimes. You can't get them all. And right now I can't build everyone anyway. So anyway, for me, if you, why did it go there? If you are really close to R-Truth, maybe this is worth going for, or you're going to whale out, one of those two things. You start looking at the milestones. This one, 2,350 cash gets you 10 R-Truth shards. Then it goes up very high to 11,700 cash to get 15 more. So you spend 11,700 cash, you get 25 truth shards. That's $100 essentially. Another $100, you get 50 more. So now you're at 75 shards for $200. So based on my math, this one is just a straight hard pass for me. I don't care about these tokens. I won't be spending any cash specifically for this one myself. Now, that being said, I think the real prize here is 50 and up. If you're going for a top 50, go for it. Just know that with where it's at now, I think you're probably looking at least $200 to make that top 50, I would guess, or the equivalent if you had the cash laying around, right? So this is right now, it's at like at least $100 or the equivalent of $100 in cash if you did Tapjoy. You're probably going to need for top 50 at least double that, maybe triple. So keep that in mind if you're going to do that. Otherwise, I just don't think the value's there unless you can recruit R-Truth. But like I said, you can see how many shards you got for $200. It's not a huge amount, so you're going to be pretty deep into it. Not bad. So that for me is not bad if you're in a certain group. It's not a bad event if you're in the other group like the rest of us. It's just a hard pass, skip, ignore it for me. The Backstage Pass, I have my free claim. I bought it. I'll open it and show you guys what I get again this week, and then I'll show you the offers that are there as well. Maybe. Okay, out of stock. Should go to here. There we go. So here's my 7 bags. Typically 1.5 to up to 10 million, but I usually get around 2 million-ish coin. 1.25. Good faction MLC points. Oh, hello. 1,500 TP. I'm okay with that. I need the TP, so not bad. I'll take it. Okay, so that was my Backstage Pass. And as far as the special offers that are there right now, there's the Diamond Pack again. Do keep in mind this 3,000 gets you another 10 million coins, so you're getting 25 million coin with this offer, essentially between the 15 and the 10 on the prize wall, along with 100 Booker shards. If you're in that bracket, that's a great deal as far as Scopely deals go. This one, like I said last time, it's very similar. If you're going to spend 50 for this, you may as well just drop the 50 more and get a way better offer, in my opinion. For 20 bucks, this isn't bad. I wish it was on the portal. I 100% would snag this to hit some milestones on the portal. The $10 one, I like this one probably more. The $20 one. These are the two I think are better personally. So there's that. And the Backstage Pass, if you're wondering what it looked like, it was the 3-star gold Callisto with 2,000 MLC points for $9.99. That's what you had to purchase to get those 7 bags that you just saw me open. So it was $10 for that. They fixed this, so now it's saying an epic strap like it is an epic strap. Before it said legendary and wasn't. Not the worst fuse. The Callisto's a decent wrestler. Card. He's not amazing, but he's not bad. His month-long bonus is good. Not a terrible price at $20 for a 4-star fuse compared to other things. Don't forget your daily claim. And then there is a bunch of different loots up to look at real quick. And we'll go over those real quick, what I think about those. Especially if you're spending for this cash event, you're going to want to probably know where to buy. As long as there is a cash event, I do want to say in the past I have enjoyed buying this one. Stocking up on strap parts. It's not the most amazing deal. However, strap parts are huge. So if you have a bunch of straps you need to unlock and you're going to do this cash event, this is an offer I could see going big on. I have so in the past. I've spent a lot of Tapjoy cash buying these strap parts. It's not quite as good as the strap loot when it comes up, but it's still not bad. So let's take a look at that loot. Hopefully the game will cooperate here. Or maybe it won't. Maybe. Bueller. Alright, we're going to log out and log back in then. Maybe. I guess we'll hard log out. It's not a Mherex video without a crash, so let me turn emotes back on. I forgot I had them off, so chat can throw out those emotes. And this one, I have way too many BlueStack things. There we go. Indeed, there the emotes are. The cable crash. All of this just to look at loot. Okay. Yeah, too, Bob. I think that's the best emote I ever made too, probably. It's pretty cool. So, a lot of different cash loots. We got the Damian Priest one. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. 31 pulls for 12k cash featured. There's a lot of different, you know, milestones, whatever you want to call them. So 2 seconds break here. Sorry about that. I just needed to say goodbye to my family. I'm in the middle of a video and they're headed to town. So here we go. Featured 1.3% and it goes, you know, down from there. Let's see if it's diluted with shards. There's a lot of good superstars so far right now. Really good so far. A lot of rare stuff in there. The shards, I mean, there's 5 of them. They're not the worst shards, really, to be honest. But 1.3% is pretty low, right? So do keep that in mind. Mega Rare is also 1.3%. And then they start working in like these 3 who are commons everywhere. So don't love that. But there are no shards. So that actually isn't terrible. Super Rare is a 5%. A bunch more, you know, meh. A few good things, very rare. There's a couple good ones in there. Maybe if you're close to Bianca on shards, though, you start thinking this route. Rare, there's a couple, nothing too crazy. Uncommon, nothing good. Common, though, is just shards. So, again, as usual with these cash loots, guys, when there is shard ones, if you're close to one of these guys and commons are just shards, I tend to like those. So if you're close to Bianca, this looks like a pretty good cash loot. Potentially if you're close to Honky Tonk Man, Braun, or Lashley, It's a solid loot. And overall, the pricing isn't bad at 31 pulls for 12K. So that's not a terrible one. I don't mind that one. The Drew McIntyre cash loot, same amount of pulls, 31, same pricing. Featured significantly higher at 3.77% and much less in betweens. Not nearly as many rare good cards in here. However, there is Keith Lee, Kofi, Macho, Sid, Glowing Phantom Phenom. Um, so the shards are really low count though. So I'm gonna say I would say probably stay away from this one. The priest one looks better to me unless the commons of this are just shards and it's someone you need. So let's say you're close to Ivar, Sid, China, Drew, and you really want them, then maybe you think about this one. Otherwise, I think the priest loot's better personally. Let's compare that to the Hogan and Mr. T cash loot. 16 pulls for 12K, so you're getting exactly half the pulls for the same amount. The featured is 2.13, but if you were comparing it to the other one, it would be half of that. So you're looking at like about 1.15, so it is lower odds on the featured. Mr. T, Macho, Hogan, but then a bunch of really meh. So, and some shards. I honestly wouldn't touch this one compared to the other ones. I think this is so far the worst of the three. Let's go into the commons. Yeah, oh, this one, yeah, don't pull for this one if you're going to use cash. This one is horrible. You're going to mostly get right here. That's what you're mostly all going to get. And it's a very low rate at 16 per 12K. Stay away from that loot. Bad. That one is a 0. No bueno, don't touch on the Mherex scale. This one's a 0. Let's look at the Keith Lee one. 17 pulls, so very similar. However, featured is quite high, but don't freak out and be like 6.7% is huge, because remember, you're getting half the pulls. So it's more like a 3.35, so still not terrible. Let's see what we have in here, though, if it's diluted with shards at all. I mean, that's pretty gross. Velveteen in there. Eddie isn't rare at all anymore. Godfather, not so rare. And then shards, right? Let's check the super rare, though. So this is the Keith Lee loot. If you're close to Keith Lee, there's only 3 shards in the commons. There's shards here. If you're close to Keith Lee, I would say pull on this. Otherwise, again, I think the other ones are better. Also, potentially, if you're close to Adam Cole, don't know how much longer he'll be around. That would make sense to me too. So if you're doing your cash pulls and you need one of those two, could see going for this. Otherwise, I still think the priest one is the best. And this is the paid loot. Looked at it slightly earlier. The featured is pretty low at 1.24%. However, there's no shards, as I recall, and you can see there is a lot of really solid superstars. This is the worst one in there. Otherwise, fairly rare. Let's go into the super rare. No shards, so if you hit featured, at least you're getting a card, right? That's always nice. Super rare, 6.1%. Don't like this one too much other than Truth and Priest. If you're close to Sheamus or Miz, maybe you start thinking about it. Let's see what's rare. Again, Sheamus, Miz, okay. If those guys are in the commons, then I'll probably like this one. Yeah, this one's not bad for a paid one, especially since there's no shards in the featured. And if you were close to any of these guys in the commons, it would make sense to me. Maybe to try for it. Give yourself kind of 2 chances. I do want to say, when I'm talking about the featured, don't look at it like I'm saying one specific guy. If you're trying to pull featured and get one specific guy, it's almost never going to happen. It's like winning the lotto, basically. However, if there are a bunch of different ones you don't have, then that's different. But 1.24% means you're going to have to do about, what is that? 80 pulls, 82 pulls, no more than that, like 88 pulls. And that doesn't mean you'll get one in 88 pulls. That's just over time, that's the odds that you'll get a featured. So 88 pulls to get one random one out of the featured, and they're all weighted differently. So in this case, if you were missing most of them, okay. But imagine spending $200, $300, whatever it is, finally hitting featured, and you hit Drew McIntyre. Or you have Eddie and you hit Eddie. So keep that in mind when you're pulling. If it's within your budget and it's fun and it makes the game more fun for you, okay, I support it. If it's not those things, probably shouldn't do it. Just my opinion, and that's how I look at doing pulls: is can I afford it? Does it enhance the game? Is it worth it to me? Does it fit in my budget? So when I'm talking about these, do keep that in mind, please. I think that's going to cover everything for today. That's already been very long, but there's a ton of stuff to go over. I'll do Callisto builds tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a blog or something to go over tomorrow about the midweek trial and that kind of stuff. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the news today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave comments, as I love hearing what you have to say, and it helps me know what's working and what isn't. And like, subscribe, and share if you would, as that helps me out too. So thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there. Also remember, I will post the link to both the GoFundMe for Mustang, as well as his obituary, in the comments of this video. So thanks again, guys, and good luck out there.